Hello there, and welcome back to the Endless Kingdom. I'm your anonymous host, and today, on a not-so-critical review, we're doing a follow-up to the last review, the second season of the Netflix original cartoon, Hilda. If you watched my last review and or have seen the series before, you know that Hilda is a fun, adventurous tale about a young girl named Hilda as she tries to find adventure and excitement in the town of Trollberg. Alongside her friends, Frida, David, the little elf Alpha, her pet Twig, and occasionally her mother Joanna. These tales cover a wide range, but all adhere to a similar theme: childhood development. This is even more so in the second season than it was the first. For throughout the second season of Hilda, the characters go through many journeys that touch upon the subject of growing up. Mostly how things change as you get older. Something Hilda herself is not very keen to. She likes things to have a sense of normality, which is saying something since the kind of things she encounters on a daily basis are anything but normal. Even the rest of the town who lives in a world where the supernatural is so prevalent, they built the town in the middle of an area known to be a troll territory. The trolls. One of the key points to the franchise, though they only appeared twice in the first season. But here, they're a constant backdrop, which all culminated in the last episode of the season, The Stone Forest. Culmination, one of the key points of this series. Even more so in the second season than the first. In the first season, a lot of things that made brief appearances wound up playing pivotal roles and or serving as catalysts for things down the line. Second season is even more so. Background characters that were only given a few seconds or so during the first season and became major side characters during the second. It was quite a surprise to see just how many there were. First-time watchers might have had a slight remembrance of what I'm talking about, but still, it's quite impressive. That's it. The level of interconnectivity never fails to be top-notch in this series. Here, the main cast gets a lot of it too. Hilda has to go through a lot of self-reflection, not to mention disappointing her mother with her antics, even though Hilda feels she's perfectly fine, she's done this all the time. But now Joanna, who was passive at first, becomes especially worried with Hilda, especially when she starts, shall we say, hiding aspects of the truth from her. Admittedly, it's done so Joanna won't worry, but still. Hilda definitely comes to learn, even though it's never outright stated, that actions do have consequences, even if you don't see them at first. Crazy stuff, all in a good way. Speaking of crazy stuff, bunch of other characters, new and old, get plenty of time to shine. Frida, Hilda's closest friend in Trollberg, a well-meaning and intellectual during the first season, gets introduced to the world of magic, which in the first season was only given a chance or two to be shown. In the second, it's a major recurring subplot. His other human friend, David, is pretty much the same, though he does get a lot more screen time dedicated to him, and so you have a better understanding of the character once the season's over. Very nice. What isn't nice is Eric Elberg, head of the Trollberg Safety Patrol, and a bit of a glory hound who would do anything to get the recognition his ancestor had back during the town's founding. I do mean anything. It's stated he has a perfect record and in theory is good at his job, but it's hard to see why from most of what we get within this season. Blowhard most of the time, dismissive of everyone but himself the rest. Talking about Albert, once again reminds me of how interconnected Hilda is. Like I said in the review for the first season, there are clues hinted about here and there that are never explicitly stated, and little signs that the keen mind can pick up on. Signs that will lead you to the next major plot point if you pay attention enough. If you don't but still notice them, it is quite the surprise. Another thing the second season did right was actually give payoff to some minor background detail that was only the keen observer would notice from the first season. And an entire episode dedicated to one of those, in fact. But enough about all these interconnectivities. Hilda is still at its core a fun, idealized depiction of childhood. With all the fun, excitement, and thrills every kid thought they had or wished they had, all wrapped up in a presentation that makes it feel real, even though most of the elements are staring you right in the face that it's supernatural and therefore fiction. Most keen when you see Hilda's pet deer fox Twig, who has an episode dedicated to him I very highly recommend you watch. If you only watch one thing in the show. First time I've ever done that, but the Hilda episode Deer Fox is definitely worth it. Hilda has all these things stretched out, but all in an easily digestible form as you watch this young blue-haired girl find adventure wherever she can, even if it causes her more trouble than she'd hope. Especially when it comes to the season finale, The Stone Forest, which leads directly into the recently released movie Hilda and the Mountain King, which I will be reviewing next. Until then, I hope you all enjoy this excellent tale of adventure and excitement told through the wonderful medium of cartoon. But, as I always say, I'm not here to tell you if the show is good or bad. I'm here to state my opinion and throw it let you decide if the second season of Hilda is something you'd like to watch. So if you think the Hilda franchise strikes your fancy, you can find it for easy streaming on Netflix. And if you enjoyed this not-so-critical review, you can like the video, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and click the notification bell to stay up to date on all future reviews on this channel. And until the next not-so-critical review, I've been your anonymous host, Endless Kingdom, and I wish you all a good day.